not a projected mic.
Am I up here?
Yeah, get a chair. We need a chair. Grab another chair.
I can sit here then. Come on.
That works. Perfect. Thanks for the cue to start. I appreciate that. That makes it easy. My name is Mike Morgan. Thank you all for being here today. I am the athletic director here at Watertown City School District, and events like this are one of the best parts of this job. So thank you all for being here tonight this afternoon, as we celebrate two of our lacrosse athletes, Jack Adams and Nico Spaziani. I've been playing eeny, meeny, miny, mo to see which speech I'm going to start with. And Jack, you won, so I will start with you. Thank you all for being here today as we gather to celebrate Jack Adams, who is officially committing to play lacrosse at Moyne College. Today is the culmination of many years of hard work, determination, and dedication, and it's an honor to be here to recognize Jack's journey and his exciting future ahead. Jack has chosen to attend Moyne College, where he will pursue a degree in finance. I am a Moyne grad as well, and I know Moyne's a perfect fit for you, not only because of its successful lacrosse program and accomplished coaching staff, but also for its strong business school. And being close to home, he'll be able to stay connected to our Watertown community and family who have been there for him along the way. It's a place that feels right, where he can grow both academically and athletically, and we couldn't be prouder of his choice. Jack has been a fixture on our fields and courts for many years, excelling in both lacrosse and basketball since he started playing in second grade. His list of honors speaks volumes about his skill, drive, and consistency. He's been named All-North MVP, earned a spot on the All-State 8th team as a junior, is a two-time Frontier League All-Star, and was selected for the All-CNY second team. Jack is also a New York State Scholar Athlete and was chosen for the True National Team. These achievements reflect not just his talent, but also his dedication to pushing himself and his teams to be their very best. One of Jack's favorite memories from his athletic career here came last year when our lacrosse team secured an incredible win against East Syracuse Manoa to advance to the sectional finals. To Jack, it wasn't just about the victory, it was about sharing that experience with his best friends. And the smiles that you guys had when I mentioned that is a testament to that. Playing together for something bigger than any one of them. Moments like these are the heart of high school athletics, and they will stay with you for life. Jack, you've been a tremendous part of our school and athletic community. Your commitment to excellence, your teamwork, and your sportsmanship set an example for everyone around you. We know your future is bright, and we can't wait to see all that you'll accomplish at Moyne and beyond. You'll have a whole community behind you. A lot of them are here today and cheering you every step of the way. And on behalf of Watertown High School and the district, congrats, Jack. We're incredibly proud of you, and we look forward to watching your journey continue. Go Dolphins. How you doing, Nico?
Doing good.
All right. Thanks for being here as well for Nico Spaziani as he takes the next step in his academic and athletic journey. Today, Nico will sign his national letter of intent to play Division I lacrosse at Binghamton University, marking the culmination of years of hard work, discipline, and dedication. From the moment Nico stepped onto Binghamton's campus, he knew it was the place for him. He was drawn not only to the beautiful campus and strong academic offerings in business, but also to the exceptional athletic facilities and the supportive, driven coaching staff. Binghamton felt like home, a place where Nico could see himself growing both as a student and an athlete. Nico has an impressive athletic resume, and his journey here has been marked by incredible accomplishments. Throughout his high school career, he's excelled in lacrosse, soccer, and basketball. But it's in lacrosse that Nico truly stands out, and his list of honors is nothing short of outstanding. In his junior year, he earned first team All-CNY, first team All-North MVP, Frontier League first team All-Star, and a spot on the New Balance All-America team. And it doesn't end there. His achievements as a 10th grader included first team All-North and Frontier League All-Star honors, and this reflects his consistency and commitment to excellence year after year. Perhaps one of Nico's proudest moments came during the junior year sectional semifinals, which you probably could guess is when Watertown made history by advancing to the championship game for their very first time after incredible, what was the score of that game? 12-10 victory over ESM. That win, powered by Nico's skill and his team's determination, That was impressive. Represents not just an athletic achievement, but a shared legacy that will be remembered at Watertown for years to come. And beyond the field, Nico has shown dedication to his academics, earning recognition as a scholar athlete and being inducted into the National Honor Society. Balancing academics and athletics isn't easy, but Nico has done so with integrity and excellence. He's traveled extensively for lacrosse. I made up this next sentence. I hope it's true, Stacy. Spending countless hours on the road, using that time to study, prepare for tests, and get his assignments done. Is that true? No? All right. Well, worth a shot. The life skills that he's learned, time management, maybe, discipline, teamwork, and a relentless work ethic are invaluable qualities that will serve him well in college and beyond. Nico, you've inspired us with determination, resilience, and focus, and we know you didn't do this alone, and you've been quick to credit all those who've supported you, and again, a lot of them are here today as well. Parents, grandparents, coaches, they've all been your biggest cheerleaders and encouraging you at every step. And it's clear that their unwavering support has been an anchor for you, and I'm sure they're incredibly proud today. And looking ahead, Nico is excited to further his education and play the sport he loves at the next level. The challenges will be greater, but we have confidence that you guys both will approach them with the same strength and dedication that you have shown here at Watertown, and we can't wait to see that impact. And on behalf of everyone here, for Jack and Nico, coaches, teachers, friends, classmates, we're proud of you. You've made your mark on the school clearly, and we know you're going to do incredible things. And we're cheering you every step of the way, and I'd be remiss to end this with a Go Bearcats. So, good job, Nico. At this time, I would like to invite up the impeccably dressed varsity boys lacrosse coach, Brian Navarro.
All right, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for coming today, certainly. I'd like to welcome everybody, a lot of friends, a lot of family, Watertown City School District employees, teachers, administrators, classmates, teammates of both Jack and Nico. It's a special day for the district, for our lacrosse program, for North Country Lacrosse, and for these guys, two of the best of all time here at Watertown High School, and both who mean the world to me. You knew this was coming. All right, I'll start off by saying to the boys, today is your day. Just sit back, relax, enjoy the day. Today we're here to highlight your successes, your hard work, the sacrifices both you and your family have made. Today is the culmination of all of that. As you sign your letter of intents to play Division I Lacrosse on scholarship at Binghamton and Moyne. First, Jack Adams. A couple of quick stories. First and foremost, a lot of people here might not know this, but due to an accident several years ago when Jack was about 2 years old, he thought this day might never happen. Tragic, almost tragic. His career was almost ruined thanks to Grandpa Navarro. When Jack was around 2 years old, they were sledding up at Ives Hill. Up and down they went. Poppy Navarro would sit on the tube, pick Jack up, down, up, back up they went. One time Dad went to pick him up with two hands, and he didn't move, supposedly. Poppy Navarro gave him a little bigger kind of jump up. Didn't realize Jack's leg was caught under the tube. I don't really know the details after that, but long story short, Jack broke his leg. And I can picture him with that little cast on. It's cute as hell, hobbling around. Meanwhile, Grandpa Navarro was devastated. As Jack started to recover and heal, and he got a little bit older, my father, he never thought Jack was running correctly. He thought he had a little hop, a little wobble, thought he had ruined his career. Truly thought he had ruined his career. He'd always say it, and you can just hear him saying it too. But let's just say that was a little bit of an overreaction. Kids break bones all the time. Dad was secretly terrified for years, I know. But obviously, Jack grew up. His leg healed completely fine, and here we are today. We've come a long way. So, Poppy, you can relax. You didn't ruin Jack's athletic career. Another quick story, which in my mind really was a turning point in Jack's career. In 8th grade, we wanted to try out for JV lacrosse. Long story short, you have to take the age maturity test. He didn't end up passing that test. It's an entire story in itself, I'm sure. But Jack was forced to play modified that year. Of course, it kind of hurt his ego. He had friends playing JV. It hurt his ego, his friend's ego. Of course it did. But Mr. Level-headed Jack, he got over it quickly. He never let it bother him like he never does let anything bother him. Dedicated himself to his teammates and to the sport of lacrosse. He was a leader of that modified team that season, very successful season. And again, I'm sure it hurt that he didn't pass that age maturity test for whatever reason, but it only fired him up, him of all people. This is where Jack turned the corner. By 9th grade, he improved so much he was ready, willing, and able to play on the varsity lacrosse team. So for all those parents out there in general, and kids of youth and modified players who over the years I've heard, well, if my kid doesn't make JV in 8th grade, he's never going to college, he's not going to get that scholarship. That's the wrong message. Message today, thanks to Jack Adams. Accept what comes at you. Make the most of every situation. Just because you don't make 8th grade JV team, life's not over, right? Look at Jack Adams. Wonderful. Most of these speeches, coaches say, this is one of the hardest working kids you've ever had. You hear it every time, every speech, and I've been lucky enough to give several of them during these signing days. And certainly most are some of the hardest working kids. They always are. Sometimes, though, there's those kids at their level. They go above and beyond. Other than Jack's immediate family, I truly don't think anyone knows how incredibly hard Jack has worked for years in and years out. Doesn't matter what time of year, no matter what sport he's playing, no matter what his friends may be doing, a weekend, weekday, morning, night, rain, sun, or snow. Jack's always doing something to improve his game. Endless times he called me for the ball bag. I don't let him keep it because the boys always lose the balls, but calling for the ball bag before games, after games. He goes to the Y, he lives there. He's always known he needs to get bigger and stronger. He's always there working out as well. Anything he can do to get better, he's working on, putting in the extra hours. Jack was certainly born with gifted talents and abilities, but he still had to work his tail off to catch up to some of those that were naturally better, to become better than some others. Whether it's playing wall ball, shooting, working on his dodging, his defense, whatever feedback he's got from a coach that day, he's out working on. I'll say, in my era of knowing and coaching Watertown lacrosse, being cognizant of the last 30 years, players and coaches, there's 3 kids that have worked the hardest. And I mean the absolute hardest. I mean the most sacrifices that anyone has ever made. And without question, Jack's in that top 3. Greg Narosky, Brad McKinney, who's here today. Thanks, Brad. And Jack Adams, the 3 hardest working kids I've ever met in my life. Always willing to do the little things, always putting the extra time in, more than anyone I've met. It's that work ethic, dedication, and sacrifice why Jack Adams today is receiving a scholarship to play Division I lacrosse. I've said many times, but on the field, Jack's that old school 2-way midfielder. Plays everywhere, never comes off the field. Offense, defense, man up, man down. On the wing for face-offs is a great lefty shot and a great lefty time and room shot. He's become an excellent dodger, an excellent feeder, loves to dodge from X and feed. He's phenomenal at clearing the ball in between the boxes, and like I said, defensively, he's been one of our best short stick defenders over the last several years. He's one of those players that you hear coaches talk about who's an extension of a coach on the field. He thinks like a coach, he plays like a coach. I guess I really don't have any idea where he gets that from. Maybe his father, his uncles, maybe even his grandfathers. In 3 years of varsity boys lacrosse here at Watertown, Jack has 89 goals and 74 assists, totaling 163 points. Currently ranks him 16th on the all-time scoring list. If Jack has another solid season, which we completely expect he should and will do, he can move into the top 5 on the all-time scoring list. And I'll just tell you what, you need 80 points to kick your Uncle Brian out of that 5 spot. Off the field, I also can't say enough about Jack as a person. Oftentimes quiet, doesn't show too much emotion, but incredibly respectful, incredibly faithful to his friends and family, dedicated to each task that confronts him. He's kind and caring, he's humble and loving, thankful and appreciative to his entire family. He's a son that anyone would die for, an older caring brother to an amazing younger sister, a nephew that we all live vicariously through, and I can't even begin to describe the effect and impact he's had as a grandson to the Adamses and the Navarros. The impact he's made and continues to make on all our lives is immeasurable. Once Jack really started to get into lacrosse, like I said, around his 9th grade year, he was attending a lot of the Moyne camps. He'd go to their prospect days. We played in the 8-on-8 tournament there in the fall several times. And after one prospect day his sophomore year, I had gotten a hold of Coach Sheehan. He gave me some good feedback on Jack that day. Well, the very next day, he called me and said, wait, Jack's only a sophomore? He had mistakenly thought Jack was a junior, and quite honestly, fell in love with him after that, knowing he still had another year to mature on and off the field. That following fall at Tully, that was Jack's junior year, he had a great day, and Coach Sheehan couldn't believe how much better Jack had got physically, how much bigger he got physically, and how much more skilled he'd become on the lacrosse field. He truly stood out to Coach Sheehan, and Coach Sheehan really started recruiting him then. Jack fell in love with Des Moines. He's always been in love with Des Moines. He toured the campus, obviously talked with Coach a lot, and after receiving the financial package, it was a perfect fit for him. He knew it was exactly where he wanted to go, and he committed last fall. So in closing, Jack, to you deserve everything you have and everything you will receive. Continue to work your tail off, continue to be a model student, athlete, citizen, continue to be a leader amongst your peers, and continue to be a loving family member. On behalf of Coach Simser, Coach Wright, the entire Watertown Boys Lacrosse program, congratulations on this incredible achievement. We wish you nothing but the best. Look forward to many more achievements in your future endeavors. Thank you. Congratulations. All right, straight on to Nico, I guess. All right, let me start by saying everybody, always wants to compare guys like Nico, right? Just what people do. They talk. It's cooler talk, right? They're obviously both phenomenal players. In my mind, two completely different players, both having their own strengths and weaknesses. What makes these speeches difficult is this speech difficult. There's a lot of things I can say that go for both of them. Some things in Jack I could have said probably for Nico. So I kind of mixed and matched some things. Just because I maybe left something out doesn't mean you're not that. Neither one of you. The good news is they both play for Watertown High School. They both play awesome together. They complement each other very well. And I'm damn thankful I get to coach them both. Nico. So from the time Nico began playing competitive sports, there was one word that followed him. Always. You heard Nico Spaziani. That kid's a stud. That kid's going to be a stud. Whether it was soccer, basketball, or lacrosse, starting in 3rd and 4th grade, as I remember, Nico had the most athletic ability, truly stood out above everyone. He just seemed to be the most skilled, the most athletic. Sometimes he had the most attitude as well. I mean that nicely. As he got older, he leaned more towards soccer and lacrosse. In fact, for a few years, I was afraid soccer was going to be his number one sport because he truly did and still does excel at soccer and stand out. Luckily for all of us, and I don't even know what made him decide, lacrosse ended up being his number one sport. In my opinion, Nico's more of a natural talent. Saying he never worked hard is the furthest thing from the truth. But I swear he just wakes up in the morning, sometimes comes to practice, and he's even better the next day. Pretty special. Trust me, he calls me all the time as well to borrow the ball bag, and like everything, practice makes perfect. He's perfected his amazing shot that has only developed through hours and hours of practice. He understands the game of lacrosse so well. His lacrosse IQ is so high. He still watches lacrosse, both college, professionally, and learns by watching them. You can't say that nowadays about a lot of high school kids. From a young age, he was attending any and all camps locally and still does. Any opening trainings there are at the Y, he's there. Any open gyms we have, no matter what's going on, other seasons, he's always there. Never misses. Time of day, doesn't matter. When college kids are home on break, he's always shooting them down at the Y, and learning from them, learning from his mentors. On the field, we know Nico's an offensive powerhouse. He always garners the defense's top players, and teams will focus heavily on him. He has deceptive speed and quickness that allows him just enough space to get his hands free and get that rocket of a shot off. And yes, it is a rocket, both on the run, room, and time. Everyone knows it's coming. The goalie still can't stop it. He'll tell him where he's going to shoot, and sometimes they still can't stop it. In our 15 years of coaching varsity, and again, knowing previous players, previous generations, it'd be very hard for me not to say Nico has the best shot we've ever seen. Hands down, the best shot we've ever seen. And think about that on all the players that have gone through this program and where they've gone. Credit to you, Nico, all the work you put in. He's still in high school as a two-way player, someone we still are certainly confident in playing defense, someone who we can give the ball to in crunch time, to run 80 yards to clear the ball or to kill the clock. He's our biggest threat on man up and often gets completely shut off. And again, the way Nico draws a lot of this attention offensively, makes all of his teammates better and gives his teammates better opportunities on the field. So far, through 3 years, 120 goals, 73 assists. That puts him at 193 points, already placing him at 12th on the all-time scoring list. With another solid season, which we expect, he should end up safely at the number 3 spot on the all-time list behind Greg Naroski and Kenny Nims. Pretty incredible company right there. Nico made the Orange Crush team several years ago and ended up playing in some of the biggest tournaments year-round with this group, playing with and against some of the best lacrosse players in the country. Playing against this competition and with these teammates certainly impacted his game. It helped him improve immensely. Individually, you can see such a clear difference going because of the competition he goes against every day, but helping him understand offensive strategies and movements that he's brought back to help his teammates at Watertown High School and myself as well have had a huge impact. As much as the spotlight's always been on Nico, Many would think he only cared about his own successes. I can honestly say this is the furthest thing from the truth. And Nico is as selfless as anyone. Coaching him and going into our 4th year, to me, he has never pouted when he didn't get his. He has never had a bad attitude towards a teammate for not passing him the ball. He's never complained for not getting enough shots. Nothing of that matter, truthfully. Sure, kids talk about how many points they have, how many goals and assists. They probably bicker on their own, but over the last several years, especially last year, as we've talked about, Nico truly cared more about the team success over his individual success. No doubt about it. We had many blowouts last year. Quite often, our top guys would barely play in the second half. Our good guys, top guys, would only have maybe 2 or 3 points in those games. Meanwhile, other teams, they'd have their studs scoring 7 and 8 points in those games. We didn't need to do that. And Nico and others never made a big deal about it. Nico cared about his other teammates getting in the game because they deserved it. That meant a lot to me. It meant a lot to the team. He bought into our team motto, our team goals, and understood the big picture. This is the behavior and attitude I think will have a longer, lasting impact on this program than any goal or assist. In a world today where everyone chases that scholarship and athletes specialize in certain sports, Nico should be honored for being a 3-sport athlete. Yes, he certainly specializes in lacrosse, plays year-round, but it's a credit to him that he still finds time to play soccer and basketball. As I said, he's a standout in soccer. Mike listed the accolades for all sports, but first-team All-North player for our Frontier League Championship soccer teams. He's always played a large role in our basketball team's Frontier League Championships over the last two years as well. So credit to him for putting the time in and still being that old-school 3-sport athlete. It's an honor. After his successful sophomore season with Watertown and then that summer with Orange Crush, he began to gain a lot of attention from college coaches, many at the Division I level. After attending several prospect days, campus tours, talking to numerous schools and coaches, he obviously decided on Binghamton University. I've talked to Coach McEwen a few times from Binghamton in the recruiting process, and obviously he was always very excited about Nico's offensive skills, offensive abilities, the way he could draw a slide, his ability to dodge, and draw a slide, his abilities to finish in transition, and of course his right-handed shot. I remember when Nico texted me when he finally made his decision, had some good news. He called and told me Binghamton was the one. He stated it just felt right, just felt comfortable, and he was so excited. You could hear the excitement in his voice. I couldn't have been happier for him. That's when you know you made the right choice. And I think it's a great spot, a great school academically, close to home, and hopefully you have the ability to get on the field sooner rather than later. Nico's been a 2-time Frontier League All-Star in lacrosse. These are all for lacrosse. 3-time Watertown Daily Times All-North player, MVP last season. Last year was named part of the Syracuse.com All-CNY first team. For a few years now, he's made the Central New York team for the New Balance All-American Games in Baltimore that Mike mentioned. Played against some of the best players in the country. In closing, I'm entirely thankful for Nico's contributions to our lacrosse program. Couldn't be more excited for his senior year and beyond. You completely deserve this achievement, Nico. It's just the next step in your journey. You've always had the pressure on you to succeed, and I give you a ton of credit for handling it the right way, for caring about the success of your team over yourself. I'm proud of the young man you have become, and without a couple of hiccups, okay? Sorry. I'm proud of the young man you have become, and it hasn't come without a couple of hiccups, right? It happens. You're your father's son. I didn't even have that in here. I just looked at you. Sorry, man. Sorry. But each time, I'm talking a couple times here, we've had adult conversations, and I couldn't be more proud, how you listened, you took to heart what I said, and you've grown and moved on. That's what I will cherish most about you. Lastly, I guess it comes back to your father. I'm certainly your father thinks he still is a better lacrosse player than you. I think he probably was tougher and did more of the dirty work, but there's no doubt you've surpassed him overall. You've surpassed him. And again, Nico, on behalf of Coach Simser, Coach Wright, myself, and the Watertown Lacrosse program, we wish you nothing but the best. Congratulations, boys. Thank you, buddy.
This time, I'd like to call up, we'll switch the order this time. Nico, come on up, bud.
First, I want to thank you all for coming today. In one way or another, you've all played a part in my journey, leading me to my decision to further my education and play lacrosse at Binghamton University. Special thank you to my family, especially my parents, for the sacrifices they've made to get me to the part of my journey where I am now. Their constant support and belief in me has made me believe in myself. Next, I would like to thank my school coaches for the constant guidance, for pushing me to do my best, and for helping me to shape me into the player I am today. Lastly, I would like to thank my future coaches for giving me this opportunity to fulfill my goal of playing Division I lacrosse. Thank you.
Jack, you're already getting ready to come up, so come on up, bud. We have you trapped back there, so you have to fight the dolphin to get out.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all for coming out and supporting my future decision. I want to start out first by thanking my parents and my sister for their constant support throughout my entire process. They've always believed in me and have instilled the belief that any goal in life can be achieved through hard work and perseverance. They have truly been with me through all the ups and downs and the late nights and early mornings, and I really cannot thank them enough for all that they have done. I also want to thank all of my grandparents for their unwavering love and support they have always shown me throughout my whole life. Next, I would like to thank my high school coaches. They have truly pushed me and challenged me and helped to shape me into the player I am today. They all work so hard to make our program successful, and I truly wouldn't want to play for any other coaches. With that being said, I'd also really like to thank my uncle, who's also my coach, for playing a huge role in my success as a lacrosse player. Not only has he been a great coach and an uncle to me, but also a great role model. He has been someone I have looked up to as a kid, and I still do to this day. I'm also extremely grateful for the great group of friends I have. They have always been there for me, and we have created long-lasting memories. I will always cherish the moments we have all had together, and I wouldn't trade them for the world. Lastly, I want to thank the coaching staff at Moyne. I'm extremely blessed and grateful for the opportunity they have given me, and I look forward to my future at Moyne, where I'll face new challenges, meet new people, and hopefully have a lot of fun.
All right, it's the moment of truth. Jack, go for it, bud.
Sorry, I forgot I had a job.
Just checking real quick. That wasn't paperwork for Binghamton, was it? Just making sure. Okay, perfect. All right, Nico. And with that, that ends our signing ceremony for today. At this time, please hang out with each other, take pictures, have refreshments, and thank you all for coming out. Thank you again. Hey, congratulations.